Hello Year 6 and welcome back to the spring term. This is Year 6 Lesson 1 Extensive Exercises, starting with question 1. 2 to the power of 50 times 3 to the power of 51 times 5 to the power of 52 divided by 30 to the power of 50. Now, clearly we're not going to work out any of these powers as they're far too large for us to calculate. So we're going to try and use our power laws to understand this better, to simplify this expression and to try and cancel some of those powers. So firstly, we can spot that we've got lots of powers of 50 or very close. So that's going to be useful. We're also dividing by 30 to the power of 50. Now, if I look at that base 30, I can split that into, or I can break down 30 into 2 times 3 times 5. That's our prime factorization. So using our power laws, I'm dividing by 50 powers of 2, 50 powers of 3, and 50 powers of 5. So that way we can simplify a little bit. So firstly, let's break down all of these powers. So we've got 2 to the power of 50 times 3 to the power of 51. Now, because I'm looking for powers of 50 here, I'm going to split that into 3 to the power of 50 times by 3 to the power of 1, which is just 3. So remember, when we have a number with the same base, if we multiply them together, then we can just add together the powers. And I'm going to do the same for 5. So we've got 5 to the power of 50 times by 5 to the power of 2 to keep that power the same. And then we divide by 30 to the power of 50. So by combining the 2, 3, and 5, and I'll put them in the right order for you so you can see, we end up with 2 to the power of 50 times 3 to the power of 50 times 5 to the power of 50 times by 3 times by 5 squared. That was the extra powers. And then we're dividing by 30 to the power of 50. So next I can combine all of those numbers with the same power. So remember, when numbers have the same power, we can just multiply the bases together. So we end up with 2 times 3 times 5 makes 30, all to the power of 50, times by 3 times by 5 squared. And then we're going to divide by 30 to the power of 50. So the reason this works out so nicely is because 30 divided by to the power of 50 divided by 30 to the power of 50 will disappear. Or not disappear, it will give us 1. And that leaves us with 1 times by 3 times by 5 squared. Or in other words, 3 times by 25, which gives us our answer of 75.